My name is Aliya and I'm your coach. Today we're talking about cardio. So lately I noticed that there's been a lot of misunderstanding when it comes to cardio as to what it's serving you for and what kind of goals can you achieve with it, what types of cardio there are, how do you execute them, how do you eat together with that, and how do you benefit from it the best. So I'm just going to cut down to the chase and get directly into it. Basically, what I want you to do is to specify your goal. When you start on fitness and you want to do something with cardio, you basically have only two goals. One goal is to shred and to lose some fat, and another goal is to grow some muscle. You apply a completely different strategy when you're working on both of those things. So if we're talking about weight loss, you want to keep the strength in your muscles when you train. So when you go to the gym and before you work out, you want to warm up, you want to stretch, you want to warm your muscles. I really recommend you stretch. You can go on an elliptical for about 5 minutes just to warm it up, but basically I think stretching is enough. You want to make sure that your body has enough glycogen in your muscles and your muscles is on the top performance level. So you actually have the strength in your muscles for the weight training, to have the top performance and to have the better results. After your workout, if you feel like you, on top of getting some muscle mass, you want to shred at the same time, what you want to do is that you want to work out with weights for however long you like to work out. My suggestion is half an hour to an hour, depending on what kind of muscle group you're working on. And then when you're done with your training, weight training, I suggest you go and you do the interval cardio on the treadmill or the elliptical. I prefer elliptical personally, for 15 to half an hour, however much you would like to spend, depending on how much time you also have during the day. But basically you already worked out your muscles are already full with blood, and the sugar levels in your blood already dropped down, so the process of the lipolysis have started, so you will be burning fat much more effectively with the lower blood sugar levels. So you do that cardio with the interval cardio for about half an hour. I do 20 minutes, 15 minutes, depending on how much time I have. And that's it. And you jump into the shower and you feel exhausted and you feel like you've really worked for it, and you go home and you're happy. When your main goal is to shred and you really want to lose weight, I recommend concentrated heavily on cardio. And then I would also separate two different ways to do that. If you haven't been working out with your muscles and there is no muscle mass that you would like to preserve, it's one thing. And another thing is that when you already worked out and you already have certain muscle mass built up and you would like to keep it, but you're shredding at the same time. So let's separate those two and talk about them separately. In the first case, when you don't have any muscle to worry about and your only deal is to shred and to get rid of that fat and whatever it is, first of all, you have to remember that you're not going to lose weight in any particular part of your body. So if your only problem is to lose love handles or I don't know, something around your thighs, you have to understand that the way our body works is that the fat burns equally in the entire body. So some places are going to get slimmer first, some other places, depending on your constitution, on your body type, are going to catch up a little bit later, but eventually it's going to happen. So just because you are not getting results as fast as you would like to, doesn't mean that you have to give up and stop doing it. So you commit to your cardio. I recommend you do your cardio in the morning before you eat. Why is it effective? It's effective because the sugar level in your blood after the night that you haven't been eating anything is super low. The body is in a state of lipolysis deeply, and it's so much easier for body in that state to be burning fat. You don't want to add any sugars to your blood before you work out. You might want to speed up your metabolism and your lipolysis process a little bit. So what I do when I shred, I wake up in the morning or whatever, whenever you wake up. You wake up, you drink a cup of tea, green tea, or a cup of coffee if you're a coffee person. Add up that caffeine in your blood and you go work out without having eaten anything. You do your heavy cardio, preferably interval cardio, for 40 minutes, 50 minutes, 60 minutes, however long you can survive. Then you go home and you jump into the shower, you get ready, you do whatever it is you do, and try not to eat for about an hour after you're done with your cardio, because you need to allow your body to process everything and to burn everything that has to be burned without shocking it with sugar increasing situations or any carbs that will slow down your metabolism or anything like that. Also remember that when you are eating proteins immediately after you work out, you slower down your own natural protein produce by 30%, roughly. So you probably want to just suck it up a little bit and let your body do the work and burn whatever it is that it has to burn, and then you feed it. Another good time to do the cardio is in the evening. Also make sure that you haven't eaten anything for at least an hour before your exercise, because you want to feel light. You don't want any heavy feeling in your stomach. You don't want anything bouncing up and down like an aquarium kind of thing. So I'll give it some time before you work out, and go and do your cardio before you go to sleep. Speed up those processes so that your body would be burning fat more efficiently during the night, and then you wake up in the morning and you will see the difference. Your tummy will get in and you will lose a little bit the water that you have in your lymph, so it's all good. You'll see the difference. The second situation is when you're trying to keep the muscle and shred at the same time. Basically, you can do the same thing, but you need to make sure that you are eating enough proteins, because if you're not eating enough proteins, you will start losing weight, and unfortunately you will find out that the weight that you've been losing is not fat as much as you're getting rid of your muscle, simply because your body is trying to compensate. So I'd say try to keep your protein intake for about twice of your body weight per day, because that's what your muscle feeds off. Because if you don't do that, then your body will first start getting rid of the muscle, because it will realize that the tough times had come and we're suffering and we're starving, and of course it's much more efficient for the body to get rid of the muscle and protect yourself in case of starvation. So the fat will be always the last to go. You need to create the situation where your protein is high, so your muscle is nice and fat, and your sugar levels are lower, so that your lipolysis is faster during the day and you're burning more fat. I hope it makes sense. So those are the things that you do. Please please don't look at all of those guys who go to gym and they're big guys and they start on the treadmill and they go there for like 20 minutes, or the skinny girls who they start on the elliptical and they work their asses off for half an hour, and then they go and they start the entire body workout or some CrossFit elements or something like that. It works. I'm not saying it doesn't work, but if you have a particular goal, if you want to achieve it, if you want to still be young and enjoy yourself when you achieve it and not waste 5 years, I'd say it's always best to optimize the processes. And when you understand how your body works, you can actually see the transformation, not only on transformation pictures that has like 7 years apart, but you can actually see your body changing weekly. So the only important thing is to have the structure, to be determined, and to be consistent. Because if you're doing this one day and then you're doing it the second day and then the third day, you already feel like you worked so much and you start feeling sorry for yourself, it's not gonna work. So you have to really put your head into it and get yourself completely determined. Make an agreement with yourself. Say, I have this goal and I'm going to achieve it, and until I do, I will not allow myself to slack. Then when you do, you can give yourself and a piece of cake. I'll have a beer with you. But until then, really, like, suck it up. Suck it up, it's worth it. It's really worth it. I would love it if you would be sharing your pictures with me and your stories. If there is anything you struggle with, please let me know. Message me. Find me on Facebook. Find me on Instagram. It's Sexy Shaped. I will be happy to answer any questions and help however much I can, because I'm really here to make the difference and I really want you to succeed, and I want you to enjoy doing it, because I mean, come on, life is short and we all work on our bodies, and if we don't enjoy the process and we only hope to enjoy the result, then there is really no point. We have to enjoy ourselves every day and be proud of ourselves every day, and for that we need structure. Thankfully or unfortunately, I don't know, but we need the structure, and that's the only way to go. So thank you for watching me. I'll be posting more videos soon. If you have any suggestions or questions to next videos, please let me know. I will try to do my research and record on the topics that you want, and I will see you next time, and I hope you find me on my media so that we can connect, because I'm sharing content always. There are recipes, there's motivation, there are life hacks. I think you'll get a kick out of it. Good. Thank you for being with me. I wish you a good one. Keep it up.